Okay guys, so I am almost done with my vest, but I want to show you a video of how I do my ribbing. It's super simple. It's one knit, one purl, and I'm actually going to show you how I do it for the side of the sleeve specifically. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start under the armpit, somewhere under, you know, just anywhere. And you could also use a hook if you want. It might be easier for you, but we might use both. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna make a slip knot first. So just a small slip knot, leave just a little bit in, and you're gonna go in just honestly anywhere under. Just you see these V stitches, and you're just gonna pull this stitch on top. So I do use a hook for mine, so I'm just gonna go under this. It really does not matter. Perfect, just like that. And then we're gonna insert it in here. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the next one. So over here, you can really go under these holes if you like, and then just pull one up, pull one up. So on the bottom, I do not miss any of the holes. If this is too tight, just use your hook and then just pull it up. Honestly, take your time, don't rush. All right, so now we're going to the side. So you're just gonna pick up random stitches all throughout the armhole. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna continue picking up stitches, guys. So you'll see these like bars right here. So I'm just gonna randomly pick up stitches. You can count it if you want. I usually don't. Probably should, but I'm just too used to it. And then I'll meet you guys at the end when we finish picking up stitches. All right guys, so I've gone around and I put a stitch almost in every, pretty much in every stitch that you saw on the corner or on the side, I guess. And so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start knitting and purling. So what I like to do is I like to match my ribbing to my neckline as well. So it looks like I did one knit, one purl, and we did it for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5 rows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do 5 rows of knitting and purling. Continue doing the same thing. So what I'm gonna do is, people do count it because they don't like to have you know, 2 knittings at the end, but I don't really mind that because it is going to be under my armpit, so it's not something you're going to see. So one thing really quick, I'm going to grab my stitch marker. Right here. Oops. Cool. So I'm just going to grab one stitch marker to kind of know where the beginning is. So I'm going to put it on because this is the beginning, and we're going to just start knitting and purling. So knit, you're just going to go behind and knit, then you're going to move the yarn forward and purl row 1, then go back, knit 1, go forward, purl 1. Again, if you forget if you knitted or purled it before, if you see this bump in the front of you, that means you purled, and if you see a V stitch like this, that means it's a knit. So remember, let's say you went to go get something and you're like, oh, am I purling now or knitting? So this is a purl, so you know the next stitch is going to be knit. But you could do it totally different. You can do knit 2, purl 2. That is your preference. That's the most popular one, I feel like. Knit 1, purl 1 is also pretty popular. So I just kind of play around with just different types of ribbing because it's kind of fun having different unique ribbing. So I just continue doing that, knit, purl. So I kind of want to change this like this. Perfect. Purl. So I'm kind of changing the stitches because I'm not really liking. So if you see how it's facing, like the front, it should be this way, I believe. Okay, so I knit it right here, so it's gonna be purl, and then I think knit. And also watch your tension too. That's a big thing. Obviously you can always undo it if you don't like it, but because this armhole is so wide, a little tension would not hurt it because it's very wide. All right, knit. Perfect. Knit. So you're just gonna continue doing knit one, purl one for me all the way around, and I'll see you guys at the end where we started. All right, guys, coming up towards the end. So I just purled this one, so knit next, and then purl the last one. So let's say you're doing knit two, purl two, and you have 3 knits, 1 purl, but you wanted to do with knit or purl. What you can always click take 2 of the stitches and knit them or purl them together. Instead of having 2 separate ones, you'll be just one. Okay, so now purl. Perfect. All right, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna slip the stitch marker on the right needle and just continue knitting and purling, and now you should be easy to tell. This is our round 2. So remember, if you forget, look at the bottom one. So this V stitch, it's knitting and that's purling, and all you're gonna do is just continue doing that for 5 rounds, and this is our second row, so 5 rows total. And then on the 5th we'll start taking off the stitches. So continue knitting and purling all the way around for as many rounds as you want. Honestly, for sleeves, I feel like you could make it thicker than the collar, but that's just too much work. So I'm just gonna stop after 5th row, and I'll show you how I cast off the stitches. This should be super easy, very beginner friendly, guys. And this is really fun because after you learn how to do this, you can do it on crochet sweaters and like crochet items as well. All you need is circular needles for this. Alright, guys, so continue working on your project and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, guys, so I'm coming up to the end of my 4th row. So 1, 2, 3, and the one on the hook is 4th. And then on the 5th row, I'm actually gonna take off my sleeve. Sorry guys, it's like midnight. All right, so purl last one. So make sure it's right here. Purl, perfect. So now we are gonna knit. So you don't need this marker because now we're gonna take off all the stitches. So you're gonna knit one, just the normal, and then you're gonna purl one. And then, so we have 2 loops on our hook. You're gonna grab that knit stitch and you're gonna go over the purl stitch and then just take it off. I'll do that slowly. So again, go back to the end because this is a knit stitch. So we're gonna knit. You have 2 loops on the hook. Don't think about these. So 2 loops on the hook. All you're gonna do is you grab the first one and toss it over the other one. Perfect. So now you have 1, and the gap is getting bigger and bigger, as you can see. So now we're gonna purl one. So remember, you're still gonna continue purling and knitting one each way. So purl one. Again, use your left needle and slide the first loop over the second, and you should have 1 loop. Perfect. And this one, you do want to leave your tension a little lighter because you don't want it to scrunch up too much. So then again, knit, and then grab the first loop and take it off the yarn. Perfect. Again, now we're going to do purl because remember there's the bump right here, so that means we're purling. And then again, take the first loop off. Awesome. And then again, knit, take the first loop. Perfect. Again, go back to the front, purl. Again, take off the front. Awesome. Keep going, and you're gonna do this all the way around. Just knit 1, purl 1, and then take 1 off. So I'll show you a couple more times, and then I'll see you guys at the end. So again, first loop goes over the second loop, and you might take a little second, so take your time, guys. There you go. And then purl. Awesome. Then again, this is it. That's all you guys are gonna do. All right guys, continue working on your sleeve, and I'll see you at the end when I'm done and took off all of the stitches all the way till the beginning. All right guys, last thing, so we're gonna purl the last stitch. Purl, perfect. So we have nothing on this needle, and then we're just gonna take the first loop and toss it over. Awesome. So we have one loop on the hook, and all we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to the beginning, so the purl right here, and then just kind of slip stitch with my hook, chain one, and cut off the yarn. Just leave a decent tail. Perfect. And that's it guys. We just needed a armhole ribbing. Perfect. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll show you guys the final result after I wash and stretch my vest. Alright guys, so here is the look of the vest. The vest is very oversized, large. Also, like I said, it's like past midnight over here, so yeah. So the quality is not that good, but yeah, here it is. So I am gonna wash it and then I'm going to stretch it, but first let's do ribbing on this side, and then we should be done, and I'll do the blue of the eyes, and then yay. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.